Last night, the New York Knicks defeated the Golden State Warriors 110 to 107. I had to be honest, I didn't watch most of this game because it's not a game you normally watch, simply because Stephen Curry didn't play in this game and Jimmy Butler's out for the season. But it was a game that I was planning to watch at first, despite those two missing the game, simply because I wanted to see Draymond Green play this game due to an incident he had with Karl Anthony Towns a few months ago, in which the Knicks had lost to the Warriors back when they played in the Bay Area. In that game, Draymond talked a lot of trash to Cat, insulted him, insulted his manhood, called him weak, and just went after him in that game, despite him putting up garbage numbers. If you look at the stat line from that game that the Warriors had won, Draymond had gotten 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists on 25% shooting. So he didn't put up great numbers, but like always, typical of his career, he got bailed out by two star players in Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler, combining for nearly 60 points in that game to give the Warriors the easy victory over the Knicks. And during that game, Karl Anthony Towns got fed up with Draymond's trash talking and dirty play, that he came up to Draymond at the end of the game and said that he was a front runner, which Draymond then took great offense to, went on his show, his podcast, and made fun of Karl Anthony Towns, saying that he can't call me a front runner when he changes his voice all the time, and he's soft, he's weak, and that his teammates even felt sorry for him, that they were begging me to stop insulting him, and that he can't really, stand up for himself. And also, he even took shots at Towns when he said that he respects his father, but he doesn't respect him. I felt Draymond was basically trying to do a divide and conquer strategy among the Knicks, in the sense, create a wedge between Karl Anthony Towns and his teammates. And it did work for a while, because I felt that created some dissension between the two parties, in the sense that the Knicks went on this losing streak. I think that was like 5 or 6 games in a row where Cat just completely didn't feel like he was a part of the team anymore and didn't care about his teammates. And it was like vice versa. Somehow they were able to mend fences and repair the rift, and the Knicks got back on track to winning games. But I think that rift, Draymond Green played a huge role in causing the Knicks to have that struggle a month or two ago during the regular season, where it looked like their season was going to go south and they were going to possibly risk falling out of playoff contention. So that was something to remember, how all that stuff had an impact on the Knicks and Cat, because heading into this game, Draymond did not play. And it goes back to how Karl Anthony Towns called him a front runner, that this is a guy who always talks a lot of shit when the deck is stacked in his favor. He will run his mouth nonstop. He'll play dirty, rub as much salt as he can, and then play the card that he's a winner and he has rings and you don't have any of this, and he's just that much better than you. When in reality, this guy's a glorified role player that always hides behind the stars he plays with, whether it was Curry, Jimmy Butler, or Kevin Durant, or Klay Thompson in the past. He always does that. And when he doesn't have the deck stacked in his favor, he runs away. He avoids any chance of getting embarrassed or humiliated. That's also typical of narcissists. They definitely try to avoid situations where they can get humiliated, because it's an ego blow. And he did not want that smoke from Cat in this game. That's why he decided to sit out with this fake back injury. We know that injury is not legit, that if he wanted to, he could have played this game. But since his boy Curry wasn't there to bail himself out, he decided to sit it out. He didn't want to risk getting humiliated. But it then does prove Cat's point that this guy is a front runner, that he will never compete when the deck does not favor him, that when it's not in his favor, he's not going to compete. he's going to find a way to get out of that situation, whether it's through faking injuries or getting ejected out of a game. That's how pathetic this guy is. And I just wanted to point it out. But I made other videos in the past, but I think it's important to continue to point this out to 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 let other basketball fans know that this guy is not a true competitor. He's a disgrace to the game. He is the most glorified role player of all time, if we're being honest. I would love to see him on a bad team for a full season, and I don't think he would be able to handle it. Well, I think we already knew how he handles those situations when, for example, the Warriors were bad that one year. I think it was like the year they ended up getting the number 2 pick. We saw how this guy got ejected out of games that Curry didn't play and eventually decided to sit out the whole entire year himself once Curry got an injury that kept him out for the season. So this is who he is. He is a coward. He is pathetic. And I don't have anything else to say about this.